Political gladiators, technocrats and captains of industry were among dignitaries that converged on Iloro, Ilesha, Osun State over the weekend for final funeral service of Mrs Beatrice Akinola, mother of Charles Akinola, Chief of Staff to the former governor of Osun State, Oyetola. Muiwa Omowumi was there and brought back the sight and sound of the funeral service.
For the final time, remains of late Mama Beatrice Akinola entered the Anglican Communion Cathedral Church of St. John, Iloro, Ijesha. Dignitaries from all walks of life, including Senate Leader Opeyemi Bamidele, wife of former Governor Mrs. Kafayat Oyetola, and CEO National Inland Waterways Authority Bola Oyebamiji, among others, all came to bid Mama farewell and honor her son Charles Akinola, Chief of Staff to former Osun State Governor Oyetola. In his sermon, Most Reverend Adebola Ademowo said Mama's legacy is evident in the countless lives she touched, most especially in the house of the Lord.
Many things he taught me in this church. He would tell me this is where you sit, and you don't start to look about. Now we have lost that. You see some priests walking about in the service, many kilometers. When do they worship?
A devout Christian, Madam Akinola is loved by many for her selfless and generosity.
My mom was indeed a pillar. Indeed a pillar of support. I spoke yesterday about her being a woman of grace, a woman of solid, steely determination. In the last 2-3 years, she suffered a fall, which we knew, and but she showed sheer strength, sheer positivity. So really, today this is celebrating the life of a woman who has been of service all over the country.
Has left a most remarkable and indelible impact on my life. She stood for humility, she stood for loyalty, she stood for everything virtuous in a woman. And I was confessed that at the time I even wanted to get married, I was very conscious and intentional that I must look for somebody that resembles in a lot of ways my mom.
Our mama deserves a befitting end. God himself had given her a befitting end. She lived to a ripe age. It's just that we never want them to go. But we thank God that she did not die young. And I'm also grateful to God that her children became very important people during her lifetime. And she saw for herself.
Guests later converged at the popular resort center, Babs in Ilesha to wine and dine. Mrs. Beatrice Akinola was a teacher all her life, and she impacted knowledge on notable Nigerians, including former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon. She is survived by children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. In Osogbo, Muiwa Omowumi, NT News.
May the soul of the departed rest in peace.